But getting back to this game that I never left.
Let me explain something to everybody. To whom much is given, much is required. And by basically, you know what I mean, by me being basically in the position that I am, I'm obligated to tell the truth. I have a responsibility to tell the truth. If I don't tell the truth, then basically the blood is on my hand, as Ezekiel 33 said. So, I have to tell you the truth of the game. Now, let me say this. The people that I've had so far on the channel and even in the future were authentic for what they do. They were known for what they do, okay? They were legends for what they do. But at the same particular time, okay, like I said before, when I allow people to come on, they either going to tell their truth or they're going to tell the truth. And everything they said about their lives was the truth. But everything that they said about the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing was not the truth, okay? And that's why, I had to make sure, because we got too many young people coming up, and it's imperative that they know the truth of this game, because, in order for the truth of this game, to be established in your mind, them lies about the game got to be abolished in your heart. See, because a lot of people will come and they'll listen to that, and see what happens is when the wrong does wrong right, they start thinking that wrong is right. If something can be produced from the wrong that they do, then they start thinking that wrong is right. And that's a problem. I'm going to say it again. When wrong people do things wrong right, they start thinking that wrong is right because something was produced out of the wrong on which they did. So that's just like, for example, if I'm professing to be a pimp and I decide to sell dope, okay? If I decide to sell dope while I'm professing this pimping, I'm not doing what's vital to my title as a damn pimp. Okay? I'm not a pimp, because anybody can profess a title, but to actually do the things that's vital to the title that you professing to be, that's another thing. So just to keep it, 100, a lot of y'all got into my inbox because you were so lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? I told you guys that I was going to be doing videos with people that were in different lifestyles, positive, negative, streets, people outside of the streets, okay? And when they speak their opinion or when they speak their views, I'm not going to interrupt them. You know what I mean? The behavior that I showed you last night, the behavior that I showed you in the video with Rosebud, I showed you something that is not typical and common among the black man, because the black man is known to emotionally react to basically opinions and comments that he doesn't agree with. You know what I mean? It takes something to actually listen to something that that's contrary to the truth, but still to listen to it without basically reacting to it. Okay? So, you know what I mean? I had to listen because it's a respect thing. And I want you young people to learn from me, because when older P's or just older people, period, and other lifestyles, or just elderly people, when they say things, it's not for you to go back and forth with that individual. You got to give respect. Okay? Now, the two individuals that I had on yesterday, these guys were legends in what they did. They were legends for the lifestyles that they lived, but the lifestyles that they lived was not pimping and hoeing. Okay? This platform has been established on truth. This is why this particular platform, this channel, is different from any other channel that has been created about this game. Because they will allow people basically that, come from films, you know what I mean? Because like I said, a lot of y'all been deceived by the films about the game that you watched, and you actually thought that certain individuals was this pimping, and they wasn't, okay? It was just that certain people were friends with them and allowed them to be in the film, all right? Or looking out for them, but they wasn't this pimping. Or they didn't do it as big as they professed that they did it in them films, okay? Check this out. There was a statement that, and I have so much love and respect for Brother Ron Newton. I appreciate that brother for coming on and blessing us on last night. It was definitely a treat to listen to the things that he did with his children. And I told you guys, I got nothing but the utmost respect for him, because when them people tried to basically put false allegations on Michael Jackson, they was going to give Ron $200,000 just to sit up there and co-sign lies on Michael Jackson. And he didn't stand with that bullshit. Okay? So I respect him as a man. It's a lot of niggas that I don't respect as a man, but he one of them. But when it come to the pimping, he don't have a ministry or a chemistry in this shit, because once you start saying that you put the spoon and the wound, them two don't go together. And that's a dangerous thought I can't allow to enter into the young minds, the young impressionable minds, the feeble minds, because you actually start thinking that that's okay. Oh man, maybe I should do that to keep my campaign up. And next time when a hoe basically don't have a desire, you know what I mean, to sit up there and bring me my money, and she expire on me, I'll still be in position to basically have another hoe in possession, simply because I'm mixing it to fix it. And I want to tell you that that mentality is totally contrary to this game. If you have that mentality, you are not the pimping. Like I said, wrong people do wrong right, and because results came out of that wrong, people start thinking that wrong is right. There are individuals that are sending transsexuals. They're sending men to be prostitutes. And there are materialistic things that come from that. And because most of you niggas is just like the beast, you see chains, you see rings, you see nice clothes, you see vehicles. If you judge a person by the materialistics instead of the characteristics that he has as a man, you gonna basically have the wrong vision, definition, depiction of what this pimping is every motherfucking time. For there are many male actresses out here that are professing to be pimps, have the materialistics of a pimp, but they don't have the characteristics of a man of class, of a man of principle, of a man of value, of a man of the information, which is the game. Therefore, they are not pimps, okay? So I want to tell you that there was a statement that Brother Ron had made, and I love him dearly and so much respect, and I wish him well on his endeavors. And I don't like how the Empire took basically, you know what I mean, his life story. I think that that's foul, and I hope that they reap what they sow. But, however, he made a statement, and he said that, you know what I mean, all pimps, you know, have dibbled and dabbled in basically drugs, have sold cocaine before. He said that all pimps have sold drugs before. And I wanted to make that known to everybody tonight that that is completely false. And I want to just show you that that is a subjective statement. That's not, you know, a truthful, irrefutable, logical, you know what I mean, statement. And I'm going to show you why that's not even logical. You can be in this game for years. You could be in this game for decades and still not know everybody within this game. You can travel to different locations, but just because you travel in different locations and putting bras down and getting different, you know what I mean, meeting different representation in them locations, getting accumulation out them locations, you are not omnipresent to P. By you not being omnipresent to P, you're not going to meet every pimp within the population of pimps. So for somebody to say that all pimps sell drugs or all pimps have dibbled and dabbled in selling cocaine, that is completely false. That is completely wrong. First of all, number one, if I have not met every pimp, then logically, how could I say that every pimp has participated in selling drugs? So therefore, that is not a logical statement. That's a subjective statement. Okay? And, whoever desires to debate with me or call in and speak, more than welcome. But you know as well as I know, I've never, and let me just put it out there, no disrespect to the pimping, but in any debate that I've ever been in, I've never lost to nobody because I stay with the truth. Okay? I stay with logic. I stay with what makes sense. I don't make subjective statements. I make informative statements. I make truthful statements about the pimping. Okay? When you start making subjective statements about this game, that's when you going off. You're going to go off. You're going to backslide. You're going to subside from this game every mother time when you try to make this game into your way of doing things. So, no, that wasn't a logical statement, and neither was it a truthful statement. So I had to make sure that all of you basically are informed correctly about the truth of this game. Pimps do not have, we don't mix it to fix it. We don't sit up there and have crackatoots or one girl is my girlfriend, another girl is a booster, another girl she sell dope, another girl she rob banks. There go my other bitch, she prostitute. I mean, that's a hustler presiding over females that haven't met a pimp, that don't know what pimping is. You know what I mean? So just keeping it all the way 100, I had to make that known because I didn't want anybody to be misinformed, to go off basically with that devilation that you thought that maybe had been a revelation about this occupation called this motherfucking game, which is pimping and hoeing. I hope you guys live as long as you want and never want as long as you live, man. Y'all be blessed now.